Well, I thought Drake was exceptional tonight. Very physical, kind of took us off guard, and we had some adjustments to make after having said that, and I mean that. I thought Drake was, I knew they were well coached. I liked their spacing. They seem to have a real good sense of where people are and where to find people once you try to help on the defense. We had our hands full. We were in trouble. And then at the end, toward the end of the game, we got probably played our most aggressive, best defense that we've played at any time. Were the key people we took out. Allen played defense probably like I've never seen him. On a very good player in Simons, where they couldn't get him the ball just by playing hard, and Brandon kept people in front of him. So defensively, we were able to get some stops, which is what we needed to do. We didn't. Kept them off the foul line by moving our feet, keeping them in front of us, and then made some key plays. And once we got a little momentum, I think it made a huge difference. But my hat's off to Drake. They played very well. They were well prepared for us. Two coaches coached in our league and kind of knew what we do a little bit. But they gave us all we wanted. So I'm pleased. We had a couple things that we hadn't really planned on. Ricky Krecklow hurt his foot before the game, same foot that was hurt before, and that was like a 2-minute notice that he wasn't going to be able to play. And then Richard Solomon gets 2 fouls in about the first 3 minutes or so of the game. So we have 2 of our top players that are out for an appreciable time, and actually Al gets second. He's out for a period of time. So thought Tyrone Wallace came in, really showed a lot of poise for a freshman, and then Justin made plays down the stretch, made free throws. It was pretty good win, and a tough one.
Questions?
Is it almost good to have this kind of win early in the season, sort of a character builder?
Well, I think there's a learning process for us going through. I don't think we necessarily know how hard we have to play to be good. A lot of the physical or dirty work last year, if you will, was done by the 2 seniors, and we kind of took that for granted. And now we're going to have to find some other people that are willing to do that for us to be good. I think every time you get in a different game, you have a different flow. There's different things that happen. Drake was very physical. I mean, bumping us on cuts and moving on screens, and it was like new. And so we had to adjust to that. We initially didn't adjust very well, and then finally we got used to it. But if we figure out how hard we have to play to be good, and obviously, we need Al to be a big part of our offense. They did a great job on him. We've got to find other ways to get other people involved and make them pay for that. So it can't hurt. I mean, it's it's part of the process, I think.
Do you know if you'll have Ricky the rest of the weekend?
I doubt it. I don't know that for a fact, but I doubt it.
Any sense for how serious it is?
I can't. No.
Justin, how big were those free throws, and was that one of the best free throw shooting games you've ever had? I'm sorry, you ever had 11 for 13?
I wouldn't say it was the best free throws I had. I mean, it's too early, but at the same time, there were some big free throws at the end of the game. We're up by 1, so you knock down both of them. You make it, you make it a game where they can either tie it, and then they have to make it 3 to tie it. So there were big free throws.
Justin, Elliot Allman, San Jose Mercury News. Can you just talk about, it seemed like when the game got tied, I think they had a 9-point lead, and then you guys had a nice run,
Right.
but you couldn't put them away, even though you had that momentum.
Right.
But it seemed like you went to another place with it. I don't know, you had some grit in you at the end. Can you just talk about that?
Like Coach said, Drake prepared for us well. They knew what we were doing. They helped on screens to take away out in the way and jump to the ball, which made it difficult. We're usually used to Allen being able to get those shots, but down the stretch, like Coach said, we played defense, and Al took away one of their great shooters, and Brandon also was pressuring the ball. So that was big on the defensive end, and offensively, defense also leads the offense. So that helped us be able to get on the break and get layups and get shots we're usually used to getting, and they were going down.
Coach Montgomery, what grade would you give your big men? They were 9 for 23 from the floor. Their physicality. What was your?
I didn't think defensively they were very good. Early they went down to their post, and we talked about not getting them letting them get middle. And they were able to get there. And really the other kid, Clark, did a good job. He's an odd sort of a player for a big. You know, he puts it on the floor pretty well, had 10 rebounds. But again, with Richard out, we had, you know, Rob in there. Rob did a good job early. He missed a couple shots just rushing it, or he would have had a great night. And then he did a good job late defending, moved his feet, got to where he kind of saw where they were trying to go with it and moved his feet. You know, it was, we out-rebounded in 14, which was pretty good for us. You know, Ty goes in there and gets 7 of them, and you know, Allen gets 7. So it was better. I mean, it was better. I'd like to have Richard for more minutes, obviously, than 10 or whatever he played. I don't know. Not very many minutes, 12.
Mike, how important was it for you to gather the team at that one point where Simons made the 4 free throws off the 2 technicals and not allow the emotions to get out of control?
Well, I think there was some frustration with a lot of stuff going on out there. Obviously, it boiled over. I mean, I just thought that there was just a lot of stuff that was being let go. And it was not to our advantage. And, you know, we were getting bumped. We were getting frustrated with it. And Justin's been known to talk to an opponent every now and again. So we had to make sure that we kept things until the one guy was going to do whatever, you know, let you know who was in charge. So they knew. I mean, it was a tough spot. You know, 4 free throws plus the ball, you know, that's a tough situation. So I wish I hadn't gotten involved with the thing, but especially I know those guys better than that. I've done guys before. So I don't know that anything was said in that. I just think we just got together toward the end and played harder than we have so far this year.
Alan and Justin being 2 leaders on the team, did you guys talk at all when the lead grew to 9 and what you're going to do to get the team back in the game?
Yeah, I mean, we just, like Coach said, we didn't want to let the call or whatever frustrate us. I mean, it just seemed like some calls just weren't going our way. And, you know, we had the technical foul, so we kind of gave them, you know, a little lead. But I just feel like we just told everybody in the huddles, you know, just make runs, play hard on defense, and, you know, we got stops and kept the lead. I mean, tied the game, and then eventually we, you know, won the game.